5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
They've landed.
You're in the right place. Online, on the web, and on air. All over the world.
Talk Radio.
You hear us, we hear you.
Yeah, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the KTPF Community Talk Show, live here in Manchester, online and interactive. And by interactive, we mean you in the chat room asking questions to our guests, getting involved, calling us on Skype. You can do all of that, and hopefully that's what it's all about, because this is your radio show. We try and bring people to you within the world of the paranormal, cryptozoology, conspiracy theories, everything, to get you involved, to talk to them and give your opinion on what they're talking about, and vice versa. And my name is Suzanne, if you've not joined us before.
And I'm Steve. I'm the one over the back of John there, look.
Yeah, you can see his arm. So, yep, that's Steve. We are part of UK Shadow Seekers, who started the KTPF, which actually stands for Keeping the Paranormal Friendly. So, that's what it's all about. That's what the show is all about. That's what the website's all about. It's all about keeping the paranormal friendly, because it's needed out there, and we do our best to do that. We will be talking about paranormal events as well later on, which will be advertised and are advertised on our website at paranormaleventsforyou.com. So we'll have all that. And tonight we've really got a show for you to start off with. We've got John Blackburn back with us from Mysteria Paranormal, and he's going to tell us about something that he's going to be organising for November. We have something in the hub with us tonight, and I say something, some of you know what we've got, but that's all I'm going to tell you. But it could be a really good night. Anything can happen in the next 3 hours. You never know. So I hope you like the new theme. If you're one of our old regulars, and if you're one of our new ones, I hope you like the new theme anyway. We're going to say a few hellos to people in the hub before we speak to our guests, or rather in the chat room, I should say. Let's see who we've got. We'll start from the top. Let's see. We've got we have Paul E15, and we have Serious Paranormal, which I believe is Matt. Who else have we got? Can you see who we've got there, Steve?
We have Simon.
We have Simon. Okay. MGA Simon.
That's the one.
Okay. Who else have we got?
They've been talking amongst themselves
I know they have.
While they've been waiting for us.
So we have Reiki Debs. Good evening, Reiki Debs. Where's the other half? I'm glad you're back with us.
We have a Jay.
Yep. And Aggie was there somewhere.
Yeah, Aggie's come back to join us.
Okay. Tigger. Yep. Tigger's too. Tigger's there. And Iona. Most of these, I believe, are all ghoulies of one shape or another, whether it be Midlands or Mysteria or something. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. We've got communication here. Roxy, come over here, darling. Can you come over here? I don't think it's you, but can you come over here? Come here, Rox. Right. All will be revealed if you can hear that beeping. Come here, Rox. We have the dog here as well. So I don't think stay over there. Oi. Oh. Right, okay. So lay down, Rox, then. So we'll tell you about the beeping a bit later on. But without any further ado, have we missed somebody?
Yes, I have to. We missed Sam.
Oh, Sam O'Connor. Yes, sorry.
You missed me.
Oh, sorry, Sam. It goes up ever so quick, I'm afraid. But as I say, welcome to everyone, old and new. It's nice to have you back. Paul's just changed his name to Ghost Rider, so that's good. And now I know who I'm talking to. So basically, we want you to get involved tonight. Most of you know what's going on tonight. Most of you don't. Okay, and so it's going to be a mysterious night, literally. Mysteria night. And saying Mysteria, John, welcome back.
Good evening, how are you?
Good evening, how are things?
I'm alright. Good evening, Steve. You okay?
I'm fine, there, mate.
Yeah, they're very exciting at the moment. A lot of things are going on, but obviously I'll tell you about that later. Say hello to everybody in the chat room there.
All your friends.
Yeah, all the buddies out there. Give us a wave.
Yeah, everybody wave.
All the ghoulies.
So, all the ghoulies. So basically, you're with Mysteria Paranormal. That's correct, isn't it?
It is indeed.
And you've been working with people like Ian Lawman.
Yep.
And such. And you're a medium yourself.
I am.
Okay. And you've been medium for quite some time.
Yeah.
Okay. And obviously, you're a company, aren't you, as opposed to us being a little non-profit group?
That's right.
Yeah. Because there are differences, aren't there?
Well, I guess, yeah, there isn't there really.
Yeah, there is. Okay, so we're having a few waves there in the chat room. Literally. And kisses as well. So you've been on a couple of times, John, and we've spoken about all sorts of things about your group, which is one of the reasons why we wanted you over here. Because this is what it's all about. We like to tell people about other groups as well. Keeping it friendly, guys. That's what we do. But, just get the word out there. Obviously, you're getting your own publication and advertising for yourselves. But it's nice to collaborate with other people and share things.
Yeah, it is nice, isn't it? And, I think it's very important to keep paranormal friendly, really. Because we're friends, aren't we?
Oh, this is it. Yeah, good friends.
I'd like to know where you're based, John.
We're actually based in just outside of Oldham, and but however, even though we're based outside of Oldham, we try to get ourselves around a bit from all over the UK, really. But quite a lot of the events are in the north, but we are rectifying that and going more south.
Yeah.
Colmore next year, different places really, because people keep saying, "Why didn't you come down our end?"
Yes, we get a lot of that. We come down south and we're stuck up here, and it is a way to go though, unless you.
It's a long old trip unless you're going to stay over.
Yeah.
Well, I enjoy to travel, so it doesn't really matter to me. It's part of the adventure.
It is. It is.
Everything's to me is an adventure.
Well, this is it. And do you deal with much with the research of stuff, or is it mainly just the hands-on events?
I think for me, it's mainly the hands-on events really. But we've got well, I won't go on to what's going to happen later on the show. But I've got together with some guys, and they've got some mind-blowing technology that they're working with Mysteria, and it's all to do with a gentleman behind me at the moment.
Which they can't see.
That's not me, guys. I know I'm behind him, but that's not me he's talking about.
Yeah, we're trying to keep everything a little bit hush-hush at the moment for those that don't know, because in a while we will be talking about something, as well as seeing what's happening. We've got a REM-DD gadget here, which emits EMF. Can you just explain what it's about? Because I'm not technically minded, Steve.
Basically, it has all the bells and whistles. So it has a full set of lights, just like a K2. It has an alarm. What it does, you set the aerial. However high you set the aerial is the sensitivity of it, and it creates an EMF field around the aerial, but nowhere else. So it won't fill the room. It just keeps it close to the aerial.
Right.
And anything that comes near it and enters that field will set an alarm off.
So those couple of beeps we had before, was that normal?
Well, I don't think it was Roxy. No. It wasn't normal.
I don't think the air was high enough for it to have been Roxy.
No.
Because I deliberately didn't set it too high, because obviously it's going to pick everything else up.
Yeah. So, and it's not working now where she is, and that's where she was when it went off, and she was just laying there. So I don't think it was Roxy.
I assume everyone knows that Roxy's a dog.
Roxy's a dog.
Yeah, she's a little white Jack Russell.
Yeah. So, is that like what they use on taps? I'm not sure. I've not seen taps for a while.
What's like the dog?
No, not the dog.
No.
The REM-DD.
They used a REM pod in. Oh, what's it called?
Haunted Collector?
That's the one.
A Haunted Collector.
Yeah.
Okay.
Brian Kenner uses
yeah.
one.
The one we've got
So
actually
it's very
comes
similar to that.
Ghost Adventures, they say. The one we've got actually comes from the Ghost Store, which is run by Pigs, Pigs, down in East Sussex. We are waiting for a video from them and an advertisement, so we can let you know all about it. But you can find their products online. They very graciously let us have one to test out, and it's been doing all right, hasn't it?
We've used it 3 times, 4 including today. There it goes again. Is that Roxy?
That was Roxy sniffing it for some reason. I don't know. Give me a second. That's where she wants to be.
Okay, that's safe.
That's safe.
Including today, we've used it 4 times.
And how many times has it gone off in that time?
5.
5?
Yeah.
Well, I know we first used it at the galleries.
Say 6 because it went off twice here earlier, but we wasn't sure the first time whether it was Roxy or not.
Right. Okay.
So. But we are now.
All of a sudden, there's a humming now.
And we have, we have at least 2 other groups now. They've seen us using it. Want one?
Yeah. All of a sudden, there's a loud humming noise. Hope it's not affecting you. Anyway, so
it's not coming through the show.
Oh, that's okay then. Well, what we're going to do, because we've got so much to talk about, we're going to just mention about last night's event, and then we're going to go into the paranormal events. And as I say, we've got so much to talk about today, or this evening. Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot about you. Before we go to the paranormal events. No, we're doing the paranormal events later. I forgot you had that. We're going to go over to Steve, who's going to talk about the paranormal news that he's found this week.
I found some bits and pieces for you that might interest you guys. We have a low-flying sphere UFO that reacts to Illinois witness flashlight. Multiple Illinois witnesses at Beach Park reported watching and videoing a low-flying sphere that apparently reacted to their flashlight. According to testimony in case 47618, closed as unknown aerial vehicle from MUFON. So you can actually see the file if you can get hold of MUFON, and you'll get the full thing. The reporting witness visited a family in Park Beach and saw this object flying around. For some unknown reason, he got his torch and started doing Morse code at it.
Really?
And it actually reacted to it.
Hmm.
So when he turned his flashlight off,
yeah,
it disappeared. But it apparently it started to change colour and dip up and down and fly all over the place when he did Morse code at it.
Mm.
So when he stopped, it just stopped. It stopped dead and then did a little bit and then buggered off back to where it was doing before.
Breaking Deb said she did that once with Lee's big torch and it was very strange. I'm assuming she's on about what you're talking about.
Doing Morse code to UFO.
Yeah.
We have a creepy clown haunting an English town.
Mm.
Oh yes. Central English town of Northampton is reportedly being haunted by a spooky clown whose first appearance on Friday the 13th. Nobody knows who it is or why he's there. It doesn't speak, juggle or approach anybody. It occasionally spotted holding balloons but doesn't hand them out.
Who's scared of clowns?
And it just makes appearances around the town.
Ah.
Now, to me, this could quite easily just be some student being
you never know.
Being a clever ass, so to speak. If he is, he's done his job because it's hit the news.
Well, this is it.
Yeah. So, and all us working in the spiritual field, looking for ghosties and doing events, belief in the UK has gone up.
Really?
Up.
Good.
From 40% to 52%.
Woohoo!
So from 2005 to 2009, it was around the 40% mark. And now it's gone up to 52%.
Well, that's good. We're doing something right, John.
We're helping him to believe, John. We have a ghost called Barnard. Or Bernard.
Bernard?
They're saying Barnard.
Bernard?
Terrorising staff in a Bickley pub.
All right.
It says Barnard. I don't know why they're saying Barnard. It's probably just the way they say it.
Yeah.
Staff at Old Bickley pub reported haunted spirits of notorious highwayman Dick Turpin are being terrorised by ghosts. After 2 incidents this year, even the sceptical manager of the Checkers pub in Southborough Lane has accepted there may be no other explanation for the strange goings on. Robert Stafford, 49, said, "I'm not a believer in these things, but it seems strange things keep happening here." Let's pull this up a bit. Back in February, when we had all that snow, one of the girls who works here, Jamie, was staying overnight because she couldn't get home. She was sleeping in the spare bedroom upstairs in the old part of the pub when in the middle of the night, around 2 or 3 o'clock o'clock, she was woken up by footsteps and keys outside the door. She initially thought nothing of it, and she thought it was either himself or the assistant manager coming back for something.
Yeah.
But then she suddenly remembered not hearing the alarm trigger, either downstairs or upstairs in the flat. Let's just go through the earpiece.
What, the buzzing?
No, me talking. So I'm hoping everybody's getting this. She was quite scared, and she was cowering under the sheets, and then she felt a cold air on the back of her neck. She tried to snuggle into the pillow, and she felt somebody touching her hair. Her hair was moved from one side from around, and someone shouted, "Who are you?" She was absolutely terrified. But when she worked up the courage to get up and turn the light on, there was no one there.
It might be because you're not talking in the mic sometimes.
I'm just right in front of me.
There was no one there. What do you think to all these people that say there's nobody there when they see them?
Well, I guess some people you can't change, can you? Because if they don't believe, they're not going to believe.
Well, this is it.
Just going on about these spooky things that people see.
Yeah.
You know, did anybody see that YouTube clip on Facebook today?
No idea.
No. Well, I actually sampled it on the Mysteria page.
Yeah.
And basically, what it is it's in a hotel.
Yeah.
And security are called out, and they're hearing screams from the room. Okay. And security get called out to go and check the screams and sort of call the police and wait for the police to come. And you can hear the radio communication between the security guy and somebody else.
Yeah.
And he says, "Right, I've got the room open now." You can hear these screams really loud. And then he opens the room, and there's nobody there. And all the furniture's turned upside down, and the carpet's sort of lifted up and stuff like that. But whilst he's gone in, you can see a very light, strange, wispy energy coming out. Walking down the corridor, well, sort of gliding down the corridor.
Deb says she saw that.
Very interesting.
So, well, you get a lot of these people seeing stuff, don't you? There's quite a few things going around. There's quite a few books coming out as well, and have been out a haunted series, isn't there? There's Haunted Kent and Rochester, and
they're coming out of different groups. They must have all heard me. It must just be my earpiece.
Right. Okay. That's
because no one said that everything went quiet. Nobody heard that.
That's all right then. You're our eyes and ears out there, and please remember, if the video feed goes down, it could be live stream. We have got no control over the Americans. And if it does, we will come back to you as soon as possible, or
just stay where you are.
Refresh it if it's yourselves. So don't worry about it. We will be carrying on recording, so you won't be missing anything if you do decide to listen back, which you can do on the radio replay on our YouTube channel. So hopefully everything goes okay. And just to reiterate, I was talking about the Haunted series. There's a young man called Neil Arnold, and he's written quite a few Haunted series. He's done Haunted Rochester, and he's also done Haunted Kent, Paranormal Kent, and Haunted Manchester. He's done quite a few around that area. And if you live in the Medway Towns area, I wish I did, to be honest with you. I used to live in Chatham years ago. He started to do the all-new Bluebell Hill Night Ghost Walk. Now, I don't know if you know any stories about that area, but the one famous one is the Hitchhiker. Do you remember that one of Bluebell Hill? There's been quite a few stories about the Hitchhiker.
Not about that one, no.
Yeah, the Phantom Hitchhiker. Well, the story I remembered, that it was supposed to be a woman who was on a hen night, and she got killed. Run over or something, I don't know. And I remember a story when I was young in the paper that a guy was coming down the road, run over something. When he got out, he found he'd run over a girl. He couldn't revive her. He picked her up and put her in the back of the car. Whether this is a folklore, I don't know. But it was in the paper. I remember reading it. He put her in the back of the car, put a blanket over her, took her all the way from Bluebell Hill to Medway Hospital, which was a good 5-10 mile away from the actual incident. And when he got there, he rushed into A&E, called a doctor. When he came back, he opened the car, pulled the blanket off. She'd gone, and he went into shock. And they were saying that they've had this sort of thing before. So it's quite interesting. Well, he's doing ghost walks down there now, and it says where facts are far stranger than fiction. For a number of years, there has been a number of rumours for the ghostly bride-to-be haunts the dark roads up around the village of Bluebell Hill. Local legends state that the woman, a victim of a car crash, I'm afraid, sorry, not run over, in the 1960s, can be seen on the certain nights of the year, hitching a lift from passing motorists. But this is not the case. The fact about Bluebell Hill's high level of strangeness are far wilder than any local story or newspaper article. There is more to Bluebell Hill than meets the eye, with sightings of several different ghosts, mysterious stones, and reports of prowling big cats. This tour will have you reaching for the torch. Bluebell Hill, where the wild and weird things are. Now he's doing ghost walks down there. He's also doing the original haunted Rochester ghost walks as well, and you can find out more of them on Paranormal Events for You, or go into Haunted Rochester blogspot.co.uk or Bluebell Hill ghostwalks.blogspot.uk. So if you fancy anything like that, really, really good. And as I say, I wish I was down there.
Can I tell you a spooky story?
Go on.
Oh, go on then.
Well, myself, Janice Blackburn, and a lady called Libby. This was, it was years ago now, so I can't remember where the location was.
Yeah.
But it was somewhere outside of Stratford.
Uh-huh.
And Libby said to me, I'm sure people know a lady called Libby, who's been a paranormal investigator for a long time now. And she said that she knew this hotel.
Yeah.
We were kind of looking for new locations, you know, so we kind of went round there. And the owners of the hotel was shut, and they were all painting.
Yeah.
Well, they both was painting the inside of the hotel. And we just sort of had a chat with them and said, can we have a chat to you about the hotel? There's a certain room that's haunted.
Yeah.
And let's chat about that. One of the rooms that you can hide there is supposed to be the most active room in the hotel. So the lady was really kind and nice, and she said, well, I'll just stop for 5 minutes and have a cup of tea and have a chat about it. And she was interested because her and her husband had an experience a couple of months prior to us coming.
Wow.
And what actually happened is, it reminded me of your hitchhiker story.
Yeah.
Because she said her and her husband were driving home one night, and they just glanced and noticed a strange woman at the side of the road.
Mm.
And they were driving past, and because she looked so strange, they were kind of looking at her as they were driving past. And she said that she had a coat on,
Yeah.
which was like a designer coat from what you'd expect to see from the 1930s. Which is very strange for someone to wear that, isn't it?
Yeah.
So anyway, they sort of drove past and looked to the road where they were going, and then all of a sudden this woman was on the bonnet with her face looking in the windscreen.
Oh, scary.
So they kind of panicked and were driving past, and then she was gone. And they were driving down the road at speed, and then they kind of looked to the the driver's side of the side window.
Mm.
And the face was there at the side window, following them.
Oh my God.
And they were doing like past 70 miles an hour down this road because they were both scared. Anyway, so eventually it went.
Yeah.
And the wife said to the husband who was driving, said, look, let's talk about it. Let's go home. Let's write down what we both saw.
Yeah.
And compare notes. And that's what they did. And they both wrote down exactly the same.
God, they seem quite calm about it.
Oh no, they were shook up.
Really? I tell you, I would not like to be driving down the road and see something like that. I think I would crash. You know what I mean? I wouldn't like to do it, you know. But, you know, you see it on the TV, in the films where you actually drive through something and you see them go through the car.
In a way, we actually have, but
yeah, but it was I only saw plimsolls or whatever it
was. You saw a pair of trainers on the M5.
Yeah, running
across the road.
That was all I saw. But
but what about the lady in the rain?
Oh, that was coming round by Manchester Castle, is it? Yeah, we were coming back late at night through there.
Yeah, I actually think we only saw it because of the rain.
Yeah, and we went through a puddle.
It was no, we didn't.
Oh no.
It was absolutely pouring down, and the taxi went the opposite direction.
That was it.
And splashed everything up with the rain. And as he went past, we both saw a lady in white standing at the side of the road.
Yeah, so I'm not sure if it was the rain that made us see her. But closer to home, Daisy Nook. Yeah.
Oh, I know Daisy Nook well.
Yeah, well, so I can't remember where I heard the story. It might have been from Steve Mera, but there was a story which is said that there was a woman. She was driving round the bend, and she saw a woman on the side of the road slowing her down. Yeah, so she slowed down because she was coming round the bend, and she slowed down. And as she slowed down and went round the corner, there was an accident or something, or there was a car there. And if she'd have carried on going at the speed she was going, she would have crashed. And she looked back to thank the woman, and she'd gone. And that was at night time. Strange. So, but anyway.
Yeah, there was a car came running on the opposite side of the road, and so she would have hit it.
So
she should have kept going.
Right. Well, just to for the next 5 minutes, I'm just going to let you know about how we got on last night. You can talk more about it because I got stuck in the hub because somebody had hurt their foot, so I didn't get much of an investigation. But we did that Newsham hospital, didn't we? Over in Liverpool. And not everyone got much of an excitement that night, did they?
Now, let's see, think of the colours.
Red and green.
Red team had some table tipping going down in the cellar.
Right, okay.
So they were getting stuff.
Yeah.
They also got something in what we call the naughty boys room.
Yes.
On the whole.
Cupboards.
What they are is they're very tiny cupboards on a slanted roof, so even smaller when you get in.
Yeah.
And apparently they used to be punishment rooms.
Yeah.
For the children.
Okay.
When we was up there, the blue team, we set up the REM pod. We also set up a ghost net and videoed the whole thing. I personally felt as if I was having a heart attack halfway down. I was sitting halfway down. A couple of people in the cupboards were feeling cobwebbed.
Right.
And a couple got some names while they were in there. And
so there was a little bit going on.
And the REMDD actually went off twice.
Really?
No, I said like 3 times. It went off twice and went off. When it came back on, it was just a blue light flashing like buggery, and it actually drained the battery.
Language, Timothy.
There's something wrong with your mind. In other words, it kept going so
fast.
I
know.
Wouldn't stop.
Yeah.
But it actually drained the battery. Put new battery in.
Right. Okay. Nice.
So that area was quite
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
I think of what we had, the cellars and that corridor was this one on the right.
Whilst I was stuck in the hub.
Yes, unfortunately.
We did hear people walking across the floor while we were there. Tried calling out, but nothing untoward.
Well, it wouldn't have been any of the team because you either had team under you,
away from me,
or across the courtyard in the other building. So and the ones that would have been in the punishment corridor was actually 3 floors above you. So it wouldn't have been any of them.
I'm not sure if we're going back. It's quite expensive, but we'll have to see whether we can afford it.
It is. I mean, the way they've got it set up, where they've got zones.
Yeah.
And you only get 3 zones. You could go back 3 or 4 times and not do the same area.
No, this is it.
Because it really is that big.
But if you do get a chance to go, then why not? Give it a try.
John, I've been told to tell you to smile.
Yeah, Sarah Banks wants you to smile. Right, what I'm going to do now, I think we're going to go into the video. Okay?
The video?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Right, which will give you...
before you do that, can I just answer Reiki Debs? Yeah, yes, we can take pictures. If you go on to my FB page, look at my pictures, you'll find a load on there from when we did the walk round. Unfortunately, they went on before we were told. We had to do it with kind of permission of the venue.
Yeah. So that's the thing.
So c'est la vie.
C'est la vie. But it's not a problem. Okay. Now, what I will tell you is that when you do turn up, you have to wait to be let in through the gates, and when you leave, you have to wait for everyone to be ready to leave to go through the gates. Okay, so there is that bit. Right, I'm going to play this video for you, which will give you an idea of what we're talking about tonight. Okay, it's going to be strange. You're going to hear about things that, in my mind, is oh my God, and it's here. That's all I'm going to say. So I'm going to leave you with this for a minute. Please enjoy, and we will be taking questions later, but we've also got 2 people coming on the phone in a while to talk more about what's happening tonight and what the night's all about. So I'll leave you with this. Welcome back. Now, I'm sorry, that isn't me. This is the picture we have in the hub with us right now. John, over to you.
Well, yeah, it's a handsome chap, isn't he? What do you want to know about a little bit about the history, or do you want to talk to Sean about that?
Well, Sean's ringing up at 15:15, isn't he?
Indeed, yeah.
But you've got this picture, haven't you? And you've been using it. You've been working with it.
Yeah, what actually happened is originally about 2 years ago now, Sean got in touch with me and he said, and he was really excited on his email. And he says, I've got another piece of footage regards to the painting. And I didn't know what he was talking about because he sent it to the wrong person. And I don't think, the person that he sent it to originally, I don't think we took him on board really. I thought that he was just making things up. But, when you can read between the lines and you think,
yeah,
it sounds interesting. So, I met Sean and we did like an event at a place called Wasdale Hall in Cumbria. And it all started from there. And some freaky things have happened since then. Originally, I was just going to do a few events with it, but because things keep happening all the time, interesting things, we had to do more really. Well, I had to do more really, and I've kind of do now what I call the Anguish Man live experiments.
So this is called the Anguish Man.
It is.
Okay. Can you see this picture? It is so. What's your thoughts about it? Those of you that haven't seen this picture before, it's here in our room, and I've heard little bits about it, and I'm amazed in a way. I'm like, I'm gobsmacked in a way, I know what it is.
Can I just say it's one of them pictures because I'm seeing it on the screen, and from what I'm seeing, the face should be facing that way. But I'm seeing it at a side angle, and it actually looks like the face is turning towards me.
Yeah, it's one of them pictures, isn't it? Yeah.
Doesn't matter where you look at it, it's looking at you.
Well, like we've got in the hub, Sarah says she's done a lone vigil with this one at Drakelow. So Matt said he's a good-looking chap. But there's a sad tale behind this, isn't there, really?
There is, yeah. What we know about the painting is like, we don't know a lot, to be honest. And this is why we're doing this Anguish Man live experiment.
Yeah.
But what we do know is that the artist painted it in his own blood. He wasn't well man because it's supposed to be a self-portrait. So we kind of sort of predict that really. And when he finished the painting, unfortunately, he committed suicide. So we think it's all those emotions attached to the painting. Yeah. But we've had some interesting stuff and some mind-blowing stuff really. It just keeps going on and on and on. But I don't know whether to tell you about it now or tell you about it later. What do you want me to do?
We'll talk about it a bit later. Yeah. But you're doing something with this, aren't you? We're going to have Sean coming on. He's going to phone us up about 15:15.
Yeah.
But
I believe it's actually his painting.
It's his painting,
at the present time.
Yeah.
He is the present caretaker, so to speak.
So, and he's obviously let you use this for your experiments and stuff.
Yes, indeed.
And we have got an experiment coming up soon, haven't we?
You mean the one that I'm involved in all? I'm a little lonesome.
Yes. Which hopefully will be aired live. We're hoping it's going to be at 4:00, so that you will constantly see what's going on right up until the start of the show at 8:30. On the day that it happens, and then we're going to be jumping to and fro touch wood, live stream and the powers that be and technology will allow us to do this. We're going to be jumping back and forth to John and finding out what's going on. But what is it we want the people in the chat room to do while we're doing this?
Whilst we're doing this?
Yeah.
Right, guys, what I want you to do is, are we talking about the live experiment on the 17th of November?
Yeah, the live.
They've got to get involved, haven't they?
Yeah, you have indeed, guys. What's going to happen on the night, on the 17th of November, is I'm going to a place called St. Osyth, which is in Essex. And probably a lot of you know that it's kind of getting the reputation of being the most haunted house in the UK. And it used to be a house of a lady called Vanessa Mitchell, I think it is. Yeah, but Vanessa Mitchell. She bought the house with a young son. She stayed in it for 3 years, and there's that much paranormal activity in the place that she decided to leave. Now, the problem with it is once you've got a mortgage, you've got to pay for it.
Yeah.
And obviously and the other thing is legally, I don't know if you know this or not, but legally, if you've got a haunted house, you've got to say that when you sell it.
Yeah.
So
I know you're doing America now. I didn't know whether it was over here or not.
Yeah. But I mean, you can understand this really, can't you? Who wants an haunted house?
Can you hold your mic nearer to your mouth?
Oh, there you go. Right, okay. And now the other thing as well is because she didn't want to live there anymore, she had to pay for the mortgage, so she started to rent it off, and the longest tenant stayed 3 months because they had the same paranormal activity. So in the end, she kind of hires places to people like us, really.
Wow.
So I've decided to take the painting to the cage.
Yeah.
We're going to do an experiment, because I knew one day, because I put people in a position for doing load vigils with the painting, I knew one day that somebody would say, you haven't done one with it yet.
Yeah.
So I decided to do an 8-hour vigil in the cage. I've got a team who's supporting me. Matt, who's going to ring up later on, he's part of that team. And you guys, what you've got to do is there's going to be cameras all throughout the house, and you've got to keep your eyes open and your ears open. You've got to tell me via live stream where to go, where the activity is. But not only that, we're doing 4 live experiments on the night. One of them, we've got a gentleman who's quite regular in the chat room called Andy Mercer. And I don't know if anybody knows or not, but Andy used to be a hypnotherapist. And he's actually done past life regression as well.
Yeah.
And he's done that on me many years ago. And it was quite interesting. So what I've decided to do is, because Sean wants to know more about the painting, and we all do, really, to be honest with you, is that I'm going to have myself past life regressed next to the painting. And that's the only time that someone's going to be in the room with me, well, in the house with me, is when Andy's there during the past life regression. I've got a medic there, which is Ramon Miles, who's part of the Mysteria team, just in case something goes astray.
Yeah.
Hopefully not. And I'm just hoping we can connect with the entity that haunts the painting to find out more about his past lives. It's never been done before.
Yeah.
And hopefully it's going to be interesting. The other experiments are, I'm going to be sat in a room on my own with a hood over my head for over 1 hour. So I can't see anything whatsoever. And the reason for that is because when you've got blindfold on or you've got a hood on or something like that, it makes your senses heightened.
Yeah.
So, and, you know, like blind people, they've lost the sight, but they gain other senses. That type of thing, really. The other thing is, we are going to have Matt's technology there, which I'm going to let Matt talk to you about in a bit.
Yeah.
That's another part of the experiment, mind-blowing stuff. And we're going to have a dog. We have got a dog to put in there. That's another time that I won't be on my own, but it's, you know, it'd be interesting to see how a dog would react in a haunted house with a haunted painting, which is getting the reputation of being the most haunted painting in the world.
Yeah.
How would that dog react? This dog's not doing bad at the moment.
No,
she's sound asleep.
Perhaps it's EMF that's doing it. Now, as I say, we have got a gadget below the painting. I'll see whether I can show you. Sorry, I didn't mean to wake you up, dog. Right. Can you check the picture there?
I'm watching on there.
As you may be able to see, can you see that?
No, you need to go down, dear.
Down.
Right, you can just about see it at the bottom of the
right.
page, yeah.
Okay, this here. I'll pick it up. This is a MDD. Okay, it's going off because I picked it up, and it will reset itself in a minute. We hope, but if not, I'll have to turn it off again. But we've put that there to.
No, you have to reset. It's not going.
We put that there so we can hopefully get, like Steve said, EMF build up around the aerial and see whether we can get anything from the actual painting. I'm going to try and get this back to where it should be. Where's John? See if that works. Got used to him, but not me.
just whilst you're doing that, there's something I forgot to mention. Actually, about this lone vigil.
Yeah.
There's another purpose to it as well. There's a charity called BLESMA, which is the British Limbless Ex-Servicemen's Association, and they do some wonderful work. They've been going for 70 years, and this live experiment for 8 hours where I'm on my own in this haunted house. Also, there is a Just Giving page.
Yeah.
And you can donate to BLESMA if you choose to, which would be good. I'm trying to raise £2,000 off again, so
yeah,
it'd be nice to people on the night to watch.
This is for charity.
It is indeed.
Okay, that you're doing this for, and so this is another main reason for doing it, but it's doing it in a big way, which is where you come in. Apart from the fact he wants you to let him know where you wanted to go and all this, that, and the other, we also want you to, if possible, donate to this good cause.
If you will do, please. I mean, we're not asking a lot, just a little. Whatever you can give, helpful, guys.
But if you've just joined us, this was painted with the guy's own blood, and apparently after it was painted, he committed suicide.
Unfortunately, he did.
It makes me sad looking at it. I'll be honest with you. It really does depress me. As soon as I look at it, I want to cry, to be truthful. It is such a sad painting, and it makes you realise the first thing you think of is whoever, before you even know what it's made of or whatever and who painted it, it gives you an idea of whoever that person is, how they must have felt at the time when they actually painted it, and knowing more that the fact that it was done with his blood and that he killed himself afterwards, it makes it even more poignant. So it is a really sad painting. We're going to have Sean ring up soon, hopefully. And he's going to tell us about how he got this picture. He's going to phone us up on the phone and tell us how he got it and how he managed to get it in his possession and what he's had happened.
Yeah. And just whilst we're waiting for Sean, if you don't mind, I'll just tell you something about it as well.
Okay.
You know why I'm saying it's getting to be the reputation of being the most haunted painting in the world? Because William Shatner from Star Trek.
Oh, yeah.
He was on a program. He did a program about it called, on Weird or What? Have you ever watched Weird or What? It's been on that in America.
Wow.
In Japan, they're crazy about it. They did a program in Japan, and just recently, it's in Thailand. They want to film it as well. So it's kind of getting around the world a bit.
Yeah.
God.
Can I just say in the chat room, Joey said it. She senses Mangala in the painting. And that would be Joseph Mangala.
Mangala?
Well, yeah.
I think we pronounce it Mangle, but I think the Germans.
Yeah. It reminds me. She said it reminds. I don't know if it's a he or a she, but it reminds me of cadavers used for teaching.
Yeah, Mangala did some pretty sick stuff.
The artist painted it with his blood, Matt said, plus objects of all sorts have spirits attached. Deb says tortured souls. That's what it looks like. And it's Simon says us ghoulies will do our best to help raise money for the charity.
You know what it actually reminds me of? It reminds me of the film Friday, 13 Ghosts.
13 Ghosts. Yeah, I suppose it does. Really.
Can I just suggest something?
Go on.
Who's the biggest skeptic between you and Steve?
Me, I would say.
Right.
Skeptic, sensitive, they call me.
Would you stand close to it?
Yeah.
There's a reason for that. Because every time somebody stands close to it, something happens.
Okay. Right.
You want to do it now or later?
Go on, go.
We'll do it while we're waiting. You watch, I'll get there and he'll ring. So, right.
Can you turn the lights out as well, do you think?
Yeah, we can do that.
Well, you won't.
Yeah, the camera might go a bit dark.
I don't know whether I'll be able to see or not. Let me just have a look.
Well.
I don't know. Can we see? No.
No, I'll turn it back on now.
No, we just lost it.
There you go. Right, okay, so.
It'll come back on it. There we go. So if you just
that'll be you.
Yeah, you'll have to maybe turn it off.
Turn that off.
Hang on. Right, try that again.
Hang on. Let's try this.
You might give us a bit of. Let's see if that
Oh,
gives us
it's
a
a
bit
bit better,
of.
isn't it?
Okay. Is it?
There we go.
No.
I'll shine it up a bit. So.
Is that working? Can you see me?
I'm trying to angle it your way, but I think the picture's in the way.
Can you see me?
Hang on. Remember, there's a delay.
Of course there is, yeah.
Yeah, you can see you a little bit.
Okay. Can
Not a
you
lot.
face the painting for me? And just get a little closer. And stay there.
Okay.
Into its eyes. Not around the eyes, but in the eyes. Just stay there for about a minute or two.
Okay.
And what I want you to do is, just while she's looking at the painting, just while she's stood there, if you can just tell us how you feel and what's happening to you at the moment.
I feel sick.
Okay. Anything else?
I feel even more sadder than what I did.
Seriously saying that you're already getting an attachment.
I'm feeling pulled into it.
And Sam is saying yes, that's right.
Do you know, I'm actually feeling myself moving forward into it.
I'm glad you said that, yeah.
You know, it's as if it's dragging me. I could actually feel myself falling forward.
Can I tell you what else is happening to you as well? Is it your heart rate's getting quicker?
Yes, that is getting quicker. And, you know, it just makes me feel... The scary bit of it is the fact that I can feel myself being pulled towards it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so, right, let me just grab that phone. Hello? Right, can you just hold the line a second, please? I've just got to re-put the camera back to normal.
What are you doing? Do you want to give John the phone and then you can...
Hold on, let me just put you on hands-free. Right, are you there, Sean? Okay.
Just put it close to you.
Right.
To your mic, it'll be right.
2 seconds. The other way. That's it. Okay. Right, Sean, welcome to the show. I hope everyone can hear you. I'm just going to check. Can you just say hello to us?
Hello.
Okay. Can everyone hear him? If you could just tell us what the weather's like where you are.
It's raining.
Yeah, we got Sean.
Right, okay. So that's fine. Shall I just... I'll put this on this one. So... Right, good evening, Sean.
Good evening.
Hi. Now, this is your painting, isn't it?
That's right, yeah.
I may I just say, oh my God. So how did you get hold of it?
Well, a family friend gave it to my grandmother, and I was about 14 when I first became aware of it, when my grandmother started showing us it. And when my grandmother died, she left me the painting.
Oh God. And what's your thoughts on the painting?
Well, I've always liked it. I've always liked it as a painting before I even knew there was anything unusual about it. I liked the painting. But since I've had it in my possession, there's definitely something about it, something I can't explain.
Yeah. So what did you feel when you found out what it was all about?
Well, my grandmother told us a story years ago about the artist committing suicide and using his own blood in the painting. But I never knew if it was just a story she was telling us or it was true. And ever since then, I've been trying to find out if the story is true, if there is actually blood in the painting, if the artist did commit suicide, or if my grandmother just told us a story as a bedtime story sort of thing. Not a very nice bedtime story, but...
No. I suppose it's possibly a way of getting tested to see whether it is actually human blood. But,
well, the people from Weird or What, when they done the William Shatner show, they actually took an analysis off to test, and they said it was inconclusive. But what they did say was, if there was blood used in the painting, after all these years, it could have actually gone. There could be no trace left of it, so it is going to be very difficult to ascertain if there was actually blood used in the painting.
Okay. So would you say we don't know whether this story is, this is just a story or whether it's truth or not?
Well, I always believed it was the truth. I always took it as the truth.
Yeah.
And my grandmother seemed quite. It didn't seem like she was making it up. It seemed like it was a genuine story.
Yeah. I'm relaying questions from the chat room, so.
Yeah.
So basically, so you got this picture. What have you experienced with it?
Well, ever since we had it in the house, the atmosphere seemed to change. It's hard to explain, but there was just seemed to be a really oppressive atmosphere whenever it was in the house.
Yeah.
So it was kept in a cellar for years because we didn't want it in the house. So I did, but my partner didn't want it in the house. But when we did move it in the house, that's when things started to happen. Noises, banging, crying noises from upstairs.
Yeah.
Scraping noises like furniture being moved. I saw a mist at the top of the stairs that was like a thick smoke. It just suddenly disappeared. I actually thought there was a fire. It was that real and that tangible, but then it just disappeared. But the worst thing was my son fell down the stairs. It was in. I took it out again to record some videos, and he was on the top of the stairs, and he said he felt like somebody had pushed him down the stairs.
Wow.
But ever since then, it's been back in the cellar again. But
Yeah.
I recently moved house again, and I moved in with my parents for a while. And of course, I took the painting with me, and after about 2 weeks of the painting being in my parents' house, my dad had fell down the stairs and broke his toe. So
you don't think this could be too much of a coincidence?
It seems to be too much of a coincidence, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I thought it was both to happen twice.
Yeah.
My dad didn't actually say he felt like he was pushed, but the fact that he fell down the stairs and the same thing happened to my son.
Yeah.
Just seems too much of a coincidence, really.
So why do you keep it if you get all this?
Because I want to find out more about it. Plus, I really like the painting.
Yeah.
Plus, it was a gift off my grandmother.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's got sentimental value.
Yeah.
But I really do want to find out about it. I want to find out as much as I can about it.
Obviously.
I'd love to find out who painted it.
Yeah. So, and you, sorry, how did you say your nan got hold of it?
A family friend.
Family friend.
Yeah, I don't know who it is, where they were from. That's the trouble. I've tried to find out. Nobody else in the family knows. All my aunties are now passed on.
Yeah.
My mum knows nothing about it. And my grandmother's been dead for like 15, 20 years now, so I don't know how to find out. I actually don't know what to do next.
No, I can imagine. We've got a question in the chat room. You can answer this, John. Do you think the artist that done the picture used bloodletting and thought this might cure his illness? Yeah, and because it didn't, that's why he took his life. Do you think that could be a possibility?
Well, I guess it could be, but we've found out more information recently.
Yeah.
Remember me telling last time we was at Chillingham Castle?
Yeah.
And unfortunately, Sean was sick as a chip that night because he didn't go upstairs with us because he had a bit of a back pain at the time. Is that right, Sean?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I wish I had though.
And what actually happened on that night is, like you said, we're always trying to find out more information. We formed a circle, and as you know, we do that for energy building, and also for another reason is that we're holding hands and nobody can falsify anything. What I didn't notice, well, I did see it, but I didn't pay any attention to it. There was a bench on the outside of the circle, and it was probably about 5 foot long, quite a heavy bench. On that night, there was 22 people in this circle, all witnesses of what happened. And we started asking questions to the painting of what we knew about it. And anyway, I started asking these questions, and the first question was, can I talk to the entity connected to the painting? And I kid you not, the bench lifted up about 8 inches or so. I don't know. Somebody said it lifted up quite high.
Yeah.
And then banged on the floor very, very loud for once. It was like a most haunted moment.
Wow.
And then I asked I thought, well, I need to get a response for no. And then I asked for a sign for no. And the bench lifted up and banged down twice very, very hard.
Yeah.
And then I started asking me questions then. And then the next thing that I asked was, are you the artist of the painting? And it banged down twice for no.
Right.
So that kind of blew my mind really, because I thought, well, who's actually attached to the painting and who's haunting the painting? And this is what we're trying to find out next. So I don't really know. I think we need to get more clarification, of what's going on. Oh dear me! Right,
we've got an EMF creator around near the painting, and at the moment it's bleeping.
Shall I ask some questions?
Yeah, give it a try.
It's all going on about the painting at the moment.
Yeah,
okay.
Give it a try.
Can I talk to the entity connected to the painting, please? Okay. That was quite interesting, wasn't it? We had two lights then.
Yeah.
Can you just show me a signal for yes by making the lights on the machine at the bottom of this easel that you're on at the moment? Can you make it go to 3 lights, please? As a sign for yes. As a sign for yes, can you make 3 lights on this box at the bottom of the easel go higher for me to 3 lights? We're not getting that, but we're getting some readings anyway.
Yeah. Do you want to move it back to where it was originally?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, go nuts with you, wouldn't it?
Right, okay.
Hey, can we ask that again, please? Can you just show the signal? Sign that you're with us now? Maybe it was too close.
Maybe it might have been too close.
Who knows?
Yeah.
But anyway, sorry.
Well, we'll see what happens. It did go up earlier from that direction, so we'll see what happens. Yeah. Probably not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It's weird, isn't it? But the only other weird thing on that night at Chillingham as well is Sean's wife always considered it to be pure evil.
Yeah.
And I had to ask the question. I said, would you consider yourself to be pure evil?
Yeah.
And the bench lifted up and banged down once for yes.
Wow.
And then what happened is the temperature in the room, with the room where we were, it was above Sir Humphrey's living quarters, who's the chap who owns the castle. And the temperature at that time was quite comfortable, really.
Yeah.
When I asked that question, the temperature went down so cold, it was like within seconds, like a freezer door being opened. And then all of a sudden, a figure appeared in the middle of the circle, which was about 6'5". And the reason why I'm mentioning this is because something happened on Friday night that kind of backs that up.
Right, can we come back to that, John?
We can, I won't mention that.
The reason why I say that is because I think Sean rang me from his mobile and I don't want to use too much of his credit, but there is a lady on Reiki Dad. She was wondering if you know how old the painting is at all, roughly, or how old it is that you know of.
It's at least 30 years old.
Right, okay.
At least, probably at least 32 years old at least.
Right, okay. And then
a lot older.
Right, and you've had, is that the only experience that you've had at the moment since you put it back, before you put it back into the cellar? Have you had anything while it's been in there?
In the cellar, yeah.
Really? So
well, I was going to try and keep it in the house a little bit longer, but when my dad fell down the stairs, that's the same reason I put it away when my son fell down the stairs. I didn't want to risk anything worse happening, so we only had it in my parents' house about a fortnight before that happened.
So, you know.
So.
Okay. So, is there anything else you'd like to talk to me about this paper?
I think me and Sean kind of talked a lot about it, really. I can't think of anything at the moment.
Okay. Is there anything else you want to tell us about? I'm thinking of your phone bill, love. That's what it is.
It's just interested. I mean, John's been very helpful with the painting. We're trying to find out a lot more about it, and hopefully, as time goes by, we will start to piece it together a bit.
Well, I wish you all the luck in the world, mate, and hope you find out with you, so that I can let everybody know the stories behind it. So
that's great.
And any resolution that you may get, and whatever you do with it after that. Okay, my love. Well, thanks very much for talking to us.
Thank you, Sean, and I'll see you next week.
Cheers, Sean. Bye-bye.
Cheers, Sean.
Thanks a lot. Bye.
Right, for those that couldn't hear me earlier, where I'm sitting now, I obviously I can see the picture, and it actually looks as if it's facing this way, or at least
this way,
or at least a bit more towards Sue than
yeah.
me. But when I was actually standing up there looking at it, the face is actually pointing the opposite direction. The face is actually pointing towards the door. It's looking in that direction. So as you move around,
it's a very creepy picture. I'll be honest with you.
Do you have any idea of a name for this picture, apart from the Anguish Man? I mean, the actual person.
No, that's information we're still trying to find out. But also, I didn't want to keep Sean on there too long.
No.
But there's two or three mediums that Sean said that it picked up as a Russian connection. And on the night of Chillingham Castle, when we was there last time, I asked if there's a Russian connection, and he said yes. When it banged down the bench. And also, what else was he on that night as well? I can't remember now. Oh yes. Now the other point of the Anguish Man live experiment, not only to find out information about it, but my idea was to find out how would the resident spirits in a castle, say, react to something foreign being brought into their space.
This is it.
And what happened on that night is, you remember me saying that the temperature went so cold, and like the dark figure appeared in the middle of the circle. Well, that stayed around for a little while, and then all of a sudden, the oppressiveness feeling of the room went. The figure went, and everything went back to normal. But then all of a sudden, something else came in the room, which was completely different. You didn't need to be as sensitive to feel it. You could just feel it. Everybody felt it. It felt completely different. And the bench was flipped upside down in anger. Now we think that was a resident spirit within Chillingham Castle not happy.
Okay. But I know Sean said he likes the picture. And I'm like, how can you like this picture? I'll be honest with you. I must admit, it does. The more I look at it, the more I'm like drawn to it. And you know, when you think it's one of them things, why do I like it when I shouldn't like it, sort of feeling. But I don't think I could ever have it on my wall. What do you think, Debs? Could you have it on your wall? Simon said the artist may be female that murdered her lover and painted him in his own blood, and it could be him communicating.
Well, we've got to find out. We are going to find out. We're going to piece it all together, and we'll let you know as we do.
Perhaps that's what he looked like when she'd killed him.
Well, when Sean said about a family friend gave his grandmother the picture, I'm thinking you weren't a very good friend.
Yes, yeah. Funny, I was thinking the same thing, but it's so hot. Horrid's a bit too harsh for it, but I'm not sure how I feel about it.
It's a bit like the picture of the Scream.
Yes.
It kind of grows on you.
It does, but
it reminds me of Freddy Krueger. Remember that film?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it reminds me of that.
Yeah, but he was saying that the blood was inconclusive in the experiment, you know. But there must be some way to find out. Do you think?
We're going to keep trying.
Yeah.
Find that information.
You know, and I hope he does sort of like find his answers.
The other interesting thing as well, which I'll point out before Matt Wiggins, is I don't know if you can make it out on the painting itself. Can we put that on?
Yeah,
do you want me to do it?
That's all right, I'll give it a go.
I'll just point something out to you. I don't know if you can see that where you are.
Let me know where we are, Steve.
At home, guys. But you know, let me point it out to you anyway. There's an interesting thing during the live experiment. During the live experiment.
Maybe a little bit more towards.
Yeah, just a little bit more.
Towards me, John?
I think so.
Is that it?
Yeah, I think that'll do. Okay, guys, if you look at the picture, just keep concentrating on the picture. and you'll probably see, hopefully you will anyway, under certain light you can see a skull there.
Yeah.
You can see the eye socket.
Yes, I can actually from here.
Well, we put different. Well, a friend of mine called Steve Griffiths, who was on the call centre with Ian Lawman on Living with the Dead. He put a light on it. You can see a skull there, an angel there, and a devil on the other side of the shoulder. Now, the other interesting thing, I don't know if I'm blocking it out or not.
Would that be an ultraviolet light you've got?
It didn't actually. I don't think he did. No, but he did. He has mentioned it before, but I don't think he did. So you can try it by all means.
Yeah, we can give that one a go.
Let's give it a go. Now, the interesting thing is just while Steve's finding.
Yeah.
What I'm looking for.
Do you want the light off now?
Oh yeah, cool. Let's try it.
You might be in the way of the camera though, Steve. Let's see what that looks like.
Can you see that? I
don't know whether you can see that.
It's a bit difficult, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, it was a different light then.
Right, must
I can't
be a
remember,
different
to
light.
be honest, what light you used.
Yeah.
But
we're trying everything for you guys.
we are. But the interesting thing is, on the second event we did with it, Steve Griffiths measured the temperature of the painting.
Yeah.
And on the side where the skull is, the temperature reading was 16 degrees higher. And the obvious thing to do was to turn the painting round, because in case it was a heat source.
That's my forte than yours, John.
Yeah. And they turned the painting round, and the temperature stayed on the same side of the painting.
I can quickly get.
There is quite a slight heat coming.
I can quickly get a gun. It's not far away. If you want to do it here.
You can if you want to.
Yeah, go for it.
Try and get a reading off it, but there are certain elements of it that seem warmer.
Yeah.
Then.
The other thing about it as well, we took it to Drakelow Tunnels last week.
Yeah.
And you know how cold it can be at Drakelow sometimes?
Uh-huh.
The temperature of the painting was increasing.
Really?
And that's not right, is it?
No.
But on Friday night, when we used it on Friday night, the temperature wasn't doing much at all, and there wasn't a difference between one side and the other. So it kind of fluctuates, really.
Yeah. Yeah. Sam said I could feel heat from it on my leg during the long vigil. Shine it through from behind.
Well, we can't.
Under the paint was drawn in pencil or something.
Well,
Matt said.
Yeah, we can't shine it through from behind, but it's kind of mounted on the hardboard.
Yeah. So, Debbie said that it's just a picture, but it's not likeable. It's not pretty. Depends if the blood was mixed with another medium. Not a medium.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Well, they're saying it was mixed with the paint.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Okay.
It's not a lot, is it?
No.
It fluctuates, to be honest, Steve. It's only done that once.
So, but no, it's yeah, it'd be warmer in there. Oh, is it?
Not a lot, though, is it?
No.
No.
So, but yeah, it's an interesting subject that you've picked up on.
Yeah.
You know, to try and do experiments with, and you've done quite a few of these, haven't you? Now you've done Drakelow, you've done Chilling.
Yeah. Well, we're taking him.
Yeah.
I think it's him. We're taking him to all the most haunted places we can.
Yeah.
And to see how he reacts with, how the resident entities react. But also, like I say, to find out whatever information we can. And we're finding out more all the time. And I just can't wait for Matt to ring up because he's got some mind-blowing stuff to tell you.
Yes, we're going to get him on in a minute. Compare it to the room temperature. The room temperature is 24.1 with all these computers going on at the moment. So we're going to get Matt to give us a call now. And he's going to tell us about all the technical stuff. Hot Bimbo. finally on. What did I miss? Depends who Hot Vinto is. You've missed quite a lot. So, if you've just joined us, we've got John Blackburn here, and I just wanna, just before you ring up, Matt, basically, John does a lot of experiments at his investigation with this. Do you want to come back so people can see what I'm talking about? He does a lot of investigations with this picture, okay? And he's had quite a few stuff happening, haven't you, John?
We have, and there was. What I was going to tell you now. I was going to tell you something else, which was quite fascinating as well. Oh God! Oh yes, I remember what it is now. Have you been to the Moat House before in Tamworth?
No.
Okay. Well, the Moat House used to be a lunatic asylum, and that's why we took it there.
Yeah.
The gentleman who allegedly was painting wasn't a well man, so we took it there to see what happened.
Mm-hmm.
And I gave people a chance to do a lone vigil, and I was very, very cruel on this night. What I did is I put a mirror on the wall. I put the painting on the easel that you can see now.
Yeah.
That was facing the mirror.
Yeah.
And I sat somebody on a chair and a lone vigil looking through the mirror at the painting. And the painting had a red light on it. So it was like scrying with the painting, really.
Yeah.
Nearly everybody except for one person had an experience. But the interesting thing was that there was a group in the night after. The very room where the painting was stood, a medium went into the room.
Yeah.
She actually, I think what was said on Facebook is that she kind of sort of fell to her knees and said, "Oh my God, what have you had?" You could really feel that the energy was so strong in that room. And when we were there, you could feel the energy getting stronger and stronger and stronger. And it was quite interesting.
Right, well, the person who was finally got himself on was Hot Vinto. It's Trevor.
Hello, Trevor.
And he says you're a brilliant bloke when he was at Edinburgh Vaults.
Oh, thank you very much.
So,
nice
was taken back what happened. So, you know. And Reiki Devs wants to know is, what do they compare it with when they do the experiments? Do they have a different picture placed in the same room and test that too, as you would not have anything to compare it with?
That's a good idea, huh? Yeah, that's something that we can actually do. We haven't done it yet, to be honest with you.
Right.
But yes,
okay.
Thank you for your suggestion.
Right. So we're going to get Matt to call us because we're going to talk about the technology now.
Yeah, mind-blowing stuff.
What's going to happen with this investigation?
Yeah.
Okay,
this
let's
get Matt on.
Chat
about that. That'd be good.
So we'll get Matt on, and whilst I'm waiting for him to call, I'll just try and get this back round the other way because I don't think you want to really look at that picture. I think that's about right, isn't it? I think. So we're just waiting for Matt to call. As long as you can see John, that's all that matters. Don't worry about me.
You want to see me?
Good evening.
Good evening.
How are you?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
Not too bad. Right, can everybody hear Matt in the chat room? Can you tell us what the weather's like where you are?
Corby?
Yep, what's the weather like?
It was a bit warm today.
Oh, that's good then. Right, everyone can hear you, that's good. So, right, so Matt, now, you're from Mysteria Paranormal.
Yes, Mysteria Paranormal Investigation.
Okay, can you tell us a bit about your group, please?
Just a brief synopsis. We're a group of U.S. military that are stationed here in the UK. And I had the great pleasure of actually meeting John on my very first investigation. I was doing a lone investigation up in Pendle Hill. And it was actually the first night I got to actually meet the painting itself. And the brilliance of it kind of brought the idea for me to ask the guys I work with, a couple are in the chat room right now, to get together and actually try to do something on the tech side, because of kind of the background that I have, and use the scientific and the mediumship side of it and see what we could get out of everything with this painting. John has been a delight to be with, and he's really helped me to kind of understand more what most of the skeptics in my field generally don't understand. So it's been wonderful. So since then, though, we've went ahead and spent plenty of good earned poundage and got some of the best equipment that we could, and we have some of the best people in the field as well, the actual military intelligence IT guys working with our softwares and building actual devices so that we can use it on these investigations.
Right, okay. So what's the plan here then, Matt?
Well, the plan is basically to see what we can get with our technology, along with, John being the magnet, I would call him. I would say he's my magnet, because every time I'm around him, something happens. But basically what we've got now, we've pulled in this new 3D technology. Some people understand it and probably seen it on some of the other US TV shows with the Xbox Connect. It's a 3D imaging camera. It has 4 cameras inside and 4 microphones, and it utilizes depth perception along with the technology of the sound and putting motion detection all into one, and allows us to see a 3D image of the room and of whatever we're trying to monitor, the people in the room, and then as well detect their movement. The great thing about this, though, is movement does not have to have form for it to detect. And some of the TV shows in the States, well, one in particular, which everyone has been buzzing about on YouTube, was the Ghost Adventures crew had actually caught a spirit with the Xbox. So, but we're using a higher technology. It's with the Microsoft programming, not the Xbox. And we're actually working with some professors at Cambridge and a professor here near me in Corby that is actually developing software script that will help us even do even more. So I'm excited to see where that goes. I'm not a techie.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
But I'm really excited to see, because what we had just gotten, I don't know if John wanted me to mention what we had gotten on Friday, or let him tell you.
No.
It was incredible.
I'd like you to mention it, Matt, if you don't mind. I've just mentioned it before, and it'd be good for you to handline.
If you'd like to tell us, Matt.
Well, Randy Gustafson is one of the other techs that's with me, and he's also the co-founder of Spy. We were in a room set up just next to where John was doing one of the experiments with Anguish Man. And while we were getting our cameras situated before everybody walked in, we noticed on the screens with the 3D Connect that it actually picked up a figure like standing right on the painting or with the painting.
Wow.
And there was nobody in the room that was near the painting. There was one lady that was standing kind of behind, so we figured that might be, some bleed over, because this software can be sensitive. So we had everybody freeze in place and then moved everybody out of the room as careful as possible and slowly, and yet the stick figure stayed. So Randy had then gone in while I stayed in the monitor, and he went in to try to talk to the entity with the painting, and he reached out toward the painting with his hand, and the painting reached back. The figure in the painting had taken his hand, and as he walked around the room, it left the painting and followed him. And we had that. We actually had it. We had some problems with the saving of the 3D imaging due to we didn't realize how massive the data is. It saved nearly half a terabyte of data just filming that image. So we're having to have some of our guys go in and try to fix some of the corrupt file. But nevertheless, we'll definitely be interested to see what we get on the further investigations.
Yeah, definitely. And we hope that the technology works so that we can live stream it.
Right. Well, and see, that was the other thing. I just got back today from Randy's house. We had found in that same room just prior again to the experiment taking place, we had a few apparitions caught on our HD cameras, and they weren't hardly to make out. But then, as one of them starts moving towards the door, it appears to be a young man, around 8-9 years old, and you can see he gets the full body apparition, comes across, and he walks out the room, and you can make out all the details, his ears, his hair, his shoulders, and walks out of the room, which I've never seen as good detail before.
Sounds like a good piece of kit.
It was a young child, yes.
Yeah, I'd say it sounds like a good piece of kit.
The other interesting thing which you can do with the cameras that Matt and Randy are using is you can actually log on to them with your phone.
Oh, yeah.
So you can actually view what the camera's seeing.
Brilliant.
Which is good. Just whilst we're talking about what happened on that night, we had a phone call today of this rather excited gentleman who went on with us on Friday night. And you know where he's shown the clip of that figure going past the painting? He captured the same thing on his camcorder.
Wow.
And he said there was nobody near him at the time, so it wasn't a human being going past or anything like that.
Yeah. Wow.
We've got a little suggestion here from Make It Empty again. He says the best thing you could do would be to have the pic in one room covered and another pic in another room, and then see what people said, so they don't know which picture they're doing in front of.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Good idea.
Good idea. Make it up.
Yeah, and both covered.
Yeah.
A bit similar walls sort of thing, and don't tell them what room they're in.
Actually, yeah. Well, that is a good idea. It was one. I'll let Matt tell you about it now. We took it to a place called the Brown Cow, the one that Matt mentioned where he went to Pendle Hill.
Yeah.
And we blindfold Matt and other guests and put them in the cellar with the painting.
Mhm.
And I'll let Matt tell you what happened.
Go on, tell me what happened, Matt.
Well, so my first experience with this painting, I was daring enough to try to do a lone vigil in the cellar of the Brown Cow, and I went down, and Ramon Miles, one of John's associates, had placed the blindfold on me, which kind of freaked me out to begin with, honest. And so I sat there. He then turned the lights out, completely pitch black, and I even tested. I kind of peeked out. It was blacker than I've ever seen. So I'm sitting there, and I started doing an EVP as well, and I started talking to the painting, trying to get a response. And I do something some people tend not to encourage, and that's provoke. So I tried provoking just a bit, just to see if I could get something.
Yeah.
Well, the next thing I know, to my right, through the blindfold, was this bright, bright light, just a white light, just flashed right on the side, like somebody took a picture of me really close with a flash.
Yeah.
Startled me, so I opened my eyes, I peeked out the blindfold, looked around, nothing there. So then I put the blindfold back on and asked, was that you? If it is, can you do it again? And I waited a few more seconds, and then from the left side this time, same thing, a big bright flash in front of my face. So that time I thought about getting up and running, but being U.S. Army, I had a reputation to. I ended up just sitting there and waiting calmly.
Yeah.
Didn't poke anymore, I would say.
Did you know that the picture was in the room?
Yes, we were. Like I said, it was just a delight. I didn't even know anything about the painting beforehand.
Right. Okay. You just knew that the picture was there. You didn't know anything about the story.
No, didn't. Well, I didn't know anything about this before I went up there at all to Pendle Hill. It was just it was a treat, a bonus to my evening. So. Yeah.
So. And you want me to go to Great Line Tunnel and do a long vigil?
I do indeed. Yeah. That is my.
You should come with me.
Can Steve come with me and do it with me?
We do it separately.
It's not long vigil if I'm with you.
Oh my God! With the picture. Oh my God.
Well, now hang on a minute. Draco, without any torches, is that dark? You won't even be able to see the picture.
Yeah, but if I know the picture's there, I'm going to feel it's walking towards me or something.
No. How will you know the picture's there?
Yeah, that's true.
Just because they put you in an area doesn't mean the picture's there.
Precisely.
The other, I shouldn't say this really, but the other thing about the Brown Cow that Matt said, and Matt will verify this as well, is, to be honest with you, the Brown Cow isn't an excellent location, but what actually happened on at night, we were taking the painting to the most haunted place in Pendle, which is Punch Bowl Inn. You've heard me mention it before.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the lady who had the pub at the time, which has been empty for a long while now, she had it repossessed, and we couldn't go there, so I had to choose a Brown Cow. Not my favourite location. I think it's flat, to be honest.
Yeah.
And it kicked off that night in the Brown Cow with the painting. I had the painting in this in the function room, and I asked questions, and you could hear noises coming from outside circle that we actually made, and I think it was like I can't remember exactly, but I think like a chair moving, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Can you remember those noises, Matt?
Yes, absolutely. There was it had first started. It sounded like something being thrown in the room, kind of like a small rock or something, and we were all holding hands. There was nobody, and I can verify nobody could have done what we heard. And then I had also, me and another gentleman there had started recording with our EVPs, and as soon as we started hearing the questions on our EVP about the Anguish Man, asking the Anguish Man questions, a lot of interference and kind of strange noises came across our EVPs to where we could hardly even hear the actual words that John was saying. So it was kind of odd. It was going in and out, but we both started chatting on Facebook about that. It's unusual. I haven't had anything like that ever, and still to this day haven't had anything like that. So I do have those recordings as well.
Just jumping again to what happened on Friday night. Matt and Randy was in this other room, and we were doing a Victorian seance. It was quite interesting. And one lady, if memory serves me right, it was a lady starting to complain about her neck, and Matt and Randy could see on the 3D camera someone stood behind it.
Really?
I do believe, I mean to correct, but it was a young man. He was wearing a white hoodie.
Oh, sorry.
And there was the 3D Connect was picking up a motion of a figure behind him. At first we thought maybe it was bleed off of him, so we wanted to test it, and we reset the camera and did it again, and it showed up again. And then it was stroking his shoulders and kind of rubbing down his arms. So I tried not to interrupt, but I had to because I just wanted to confirm. I came in and I asked John if he didn't mind, and I asked the gentleman, I said, "Are you feeling anything at all right now? Just let me know what you're feeling." And he said that he was feeling it in his shoulders, and he said his arm was uncontrollably jittering. And that was another star moment there for us with this new technology. So
the reason why I mentioned about the lady, because there was a lady
in
that circle as well around the table that was feeling like neck pains and stuff like that, and it just come on.
There was a lot of activity going on during that seance as well.
So, well, I look forward to it. That's all I can say.
I won't have pity on you.
Oh no. I also look forward to the 17th of November because it sounds to me as though it's going to be a really good event.
Yeah, do you know, I've got to be perfectly honest. I think the only thing that kind of I'm a bit nervous about is doing the past life regression.
Right.
That's going to be strange.
Okay.
But it'd be interesting.
Well, you'll have no real control over that bit, will you?
No.
You're in other people's hands.
Well, yes and no, I guess. So, yes and no. I mean, you always know what you're doing. You always know how to protect yourself. And I will be protecting myself from the jury.
And basically, when we do the live, as I say, you're going to be doing 4 till 8:30 yourself, aren't you? Just constant live streaming.
4 till 12. Oh, sorry, I see.
No, I mean till the actual show starts.
Yeah.
And then we'll be jumping through for an hour or so, contacting you, seeing how you're getting on, and then when the show finishes, we'll let it run until you finish. You know what I mean? So that's the plan.
We'll pass it back to you guys.
I'm hoping that you're all going to get involved in this, because remember, it is for a good cause. What's it for again?
BLESMA, which is the British Limbless Ex-Servicemen's Association.
Yeah.
And they need a bit of help at the moment. They don't kind of say this really, because but it is the way it is. You know, like Help Heroes are doing fantastic work.
Yeah.
But they're getting all the limelight at the moment. They're getting all the press. I mean, they're really doing a great job at promoting this.
Yeah.
And but BLESMA do a good job as well. But they're kind of not getting as much money at the moment. So I kind of want to sort of put that back.
Yeah.
Help my little bit and your little bit, guys. And if we can raise $2,000.
Well, this is it. So what we need you to do is tell your friends.
Yeah, Deb.
Okay.
And Deb needs an actual date when it is.
Yeah, 17th of November.
It's Sunday, 17th of November.
Yeah.
We're only doing it till 12 o'clock at night. The reason being because you'll be at work the next morning.
Yeah. And basically...
Well, can I just say, is that when the broadcast stops or when you stop?
When you stop.
Oh,
that's when we stop and the broadcast stops.
Yeah.
Right, everything stops at the same time.
So, but Trevor said he's never seen this happen. Be interesting to see. It will be interesting to see. I'm hoping live stream plays its part.
Certainly. Well,
we'll
the
keep
good
an
thing
eye on it. So.
I've got a great team behind me.
Yeah.
I've got Matt, who's here now. I've got Randy. Have we got more of the team coming down, Matt?
Well, we've got a couple of guys. I was going to do a little, if you don't mind, a little shout out. My friend Jay in the chat room there.
Go for it.
He's actually, he's got a band that he's doing all of our music for our shows as well. An incredible band. Then we've got our tech guys. 2 of them are going to probably come down with us just to help out with the tech side. And if we need to bring a dog, unless you bring yours, You might have a dog to bring as well.
No, I want you to bring a dog every day.
Well, our dog's no good. It's sitting in his sleep.
But
mind you, having said that, he's only got the painting. She just hasn't got the haunted house to go with it.
No, this is it.
And also, just to give him a mention as well, we've also got Swaddling Cult Paranormal as well. That's Steve Griffiths, who's a TV presenter and also a paranormal investigator.
Yeah.
We got Leanne, who's part of that team. We got Chris, who's part of that team as well. And I think they're bringing somebody else with them as well. But big team, and these guys will be hopefully out in the marquee outside with all the equipment, like the American Army are helping out, as you know, and they should make it all work for us.
Yeah. I'm actually glad you mentioned the Swaddling Cult, because I actually thought they'd gone.
No, they're still doing all right. Yeah.
That's all right.
And good on them.
So, but as I say, we need your support though. We need you to come into the chat room.
How can people donate?
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
That's the important thing here.
Yeah. If you
we don't care if your show's crap. We need to know how to donate.
Well, well, that's it, isn't it? Well, what we'll do, with your permission, is if I send you a link to Just Giving page. That's my Just Giving page.
Yep, that's fine.
And also put it on Mysteria Paranormal Events.
Yeah.
Facebook page as well. It'll be on your Facebook page. We're going to band it around a bit.
Yeah.
It'll be on.
We can stick it.
It'll be on our page as well.
It'll be on Matt's page as well.
And on the night, we want them to get involved and tell you where to go and what to do.
Yeah, you need to get involved, guys. You need to be keeping your eyes and ears open.
Yeah.
Tell me where I need to go. And I think a lot of it will be where the painting is.
Yeah.
That's my say so.
So what do you think, Debs? You're going to be in for that one? You and your beloved? Midlands Ghoulie Army, ready with support. She says sounds good. She's going to be there.
Debs will be there.
So hopefully everyone in the chat room and those that listen on radio replay, hope they get involved. And there will be more information coming soon, both on Mysteria Paranormal's page, our pages when we get some information through, and also we've got Matt's team, Serious Paranormal and Swaddling Cult. So I'm sure everyone will be blanding it out there, won't they?
Yeah, and like you said, guys, who are listening, if you can just send it to your friends, send it to your family, and ask them to send it on as well, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
And the more we sort of send this out on Facebook or Twitter or whatever, the more money we're going to get, I think.
Well, this is it. Okay, well, that's great. So, so Matt, technical guys and everything, you're going to be there on hand. Hopefully things will go well for us, and I'm looking forward to it. Are you?
I am too, yes, absolutely. I can't wait to see you and work with you in person. It'll be great.
That'd be great. Yeah. So, hopefully I'll see you at Drakely on the 2nd.
You will.
Get his army pals involved.
Deb's just said she'll put a link on her Facebook page and get her husband's army pals involved as well.
That'll be fantastic.
Because Lee's ex heavy infantry.
Yes. So
ex heavy. He takes the mix. That was like.
That's brilliant. Thank you, guys.
Yeah. So I'm sure it'll be out there somewhere or another. So well, thanks a lot, Matt. It's nice talking to you.
Thank you very much for having me.
Okay, and I'll speak to you again soon.
All right. See you soon.
Thanks, Matt. See you soon.
See you, Matt. Take care.
So there you have it, guys. We're going to be back in a moment. We're just going to give you the paranormal events, all right, and then we'll be back in Two Shakes of a Lamb's Tail. Don't go away.
We've got all the news right here. Don't go away.
Fed up of wading through the activities and events that other advertisers include? Find just what you're looking for at paranormaleventsforyou.com, your one-stop paranormal directory.
On the 28th of September, Grave Encounters are doing the Rifle Museum, Salisbury in Wiltshire. Also on the 28th, Burton Ghost and History Walks are doing Sinai House Ghost Hunt, Burton-upon-Trent. On the weekend of the 5th and 6th of October, there's an MBS at the Monastery, Gorton Lane, Manchester. On the 25th of October, Grave Encounters are doing Halloween at the Skirrid Inn at Clanvy-Hangle, Crewcorney. On the 26th of October, UK Shadow Seekers are doing a Mystery Ghost Night. Sorry, can't tell you where yet, but contact them for details. On the 31st of October, Spooktacular events are at the Herefordshire Hall with Most Haunted's Brian Shepherd.
So check out the one-stop paranormal directory for more investigations and events, available now. ParanormalEventsForYou.com also offers banner advertising for only £10 per year. See our website for more details. ParanormalEventsForYou.com, your one-stop paranormal directory. Yeah, welcome back. They are the events that are happening at the moment up until October, but we've got more to tell you about if you just bear with us. Tomorrow night, if you're in the Liverpool area, Dex Dolby is on there at Truth Juice Liverpool. Do other dimensions exist? Your host is Tony Topping, and Dex, who has a large following and is backed by popular demand, returns with photographic evidence taken from his collection, and will be showing some fascinating photos of interaction with other realities. Also, a crash course in seeing the human aura and how to mentally perceive such energies will leave the audience wanting for more. It's promised to be a great night, and you can find out more about that, and it's at the Crosby Comrades Club, which is in Liverpool Road, Merseyside, L23 5TG. So that's on tomorrow night, and more events to come. We have Mysteria Paranormal. Okay, John, what you got going on?
Well, on the 28th of September, we've got round 2 at Chillingham Castle. You all know what went on that night. Let's see what happens this time. It should be interesting. Unfortunately, it's sold out.
Oh, drat.
I'd
love to go there.
It's an amazing place. On the 5th of October, Bowling Hall in Bradford, which is not far from you guys. It's around us in Yorkshire, West Yorkshire. And we're carrying on the live experiment of the Anguish Man there as well. It's got a nickname, hasn't it? It's called Boiling Hall because it's so hot.
Right.
Maybe the painting will get cold. Who knows?
You never know.
And then on the 12th of October,
12th.
We've got the Drakelow Tunnels at Kidderminster. That's not with the painting.
That's all right.
And the 13th of October, development workshop with myself at the Station Hotel in Dudley. This is for those people who have never done anything before in regards to development. It's kind of teaching them how to do that and getting prepared to go on ghost hunt, basically. And then on the 18th of October, we've got Eat, Sleep and Ghost Hunt at Craigienos Castle, which is at Swansea. And then going to Halloween now, 25th of October, Halloween weekend, we've got Halloween at the Asylum. That's the Moat House.
Right.
One I mentioned before.
Okay.
And then on the 26th of October, we've got Halloween Night of Fear at Mary King's Close, Edinburgh. Now, if anyone's never been to Mary King's Close, Edinburgh, it's absolutely amazing. It's a full street underground that was lost in time, with shops, houses, and all sorts.
So you're going from, is it Tamworth?
Yeah.
Then you're shooting up to Scotland?
Yeah, and then actually on the 31st of October, I've been asked to go to do a private event at Castle in Dundee, so I'm going back to Scotland again.
Wow.
It should be interesting. Going back to the 26th of October, we've got Halloween Night of Fear at Mary King's Close. I've said that, I'm so sorry. We've got Halloween Horror at 35 Stonegate in York, a haunted house in York. And then
what day is that? The same day, is that?
That's the same day.
Right, so you're splitting your team. Yeah.
On that particular night. And then we've got a night of mind-bending terror.
Oh yeah. Mind-bending terror.
And the reason why I've said that is that Woodchester Mansion and the live experiment continues on the 1st of November at Woodchester Mansion, which allegedly is the most haunted place in the UK, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, anyway, we will see. And then we have got a Victorian seance, and this is where you come in.
Uh-oh.
In total darkness.
Uh-oh.
At Drakelow Tunnels.
Uh-oh.
On the 2nd of November.
Uh-oh.
With the most haunted painting in the world, the Anguish Man.
Uh-oh.
And I'm not going to have pity on you.
Oh, he's not nice.
I've got plans for you.
Oh, have you? Oh dear.
And that's my lot.
And that's on the Saturday, isn't it? The 2nd.
2nd of November.
So you know what that means? On the 3rd of November, When we come back on the show, we're going to be talking about what we did and what happened.
I'm not liking this.
No, me neither.
And you know why?
Why?
Because I'll have nothing to tell him because I'll be standing there watching you. He's got lots of plans for you.
And you.
Plans for you as well.
And you. So, so it's all good fun. But, yeah.
All I can say is you need a change of underwear.
Oh, no.
No, we know Drake. We know Draco well.
God. Oh, no. My brother-in-law's just said, "Can I come?" He likes Drakelow tunnels.
He does.
So, never done Drakelow tunnels, Debs. Oh, you're missing. Isn't she?
Actually, I've got an idea.
What?
Nice place.
Uh-oh.
I've got an idea for you and Steve.
What's that?
You know, like I'm trying to raise money for BLESMA?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. How about you do 20 minutes with the painting at Drakelow Tunnels in the dark, on your own, in a very special place?
Oh, no.
What do you reckon?
Very special place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm up for it.
You know,
I'll do it.
have we got time to tell you the
Yeah.
story? Right,
Yeah,
okay.
go on.
Go on.
Me and Ian Lorman we did an event there about 2 years ago now, before Ian got buried alive at Dudley Castle.
Yeah.
Remember? I think it was 2 years ago. Yeah, it was, wasn't it? And he was asked during a live stream interview whilst he was in the coffee, which was his most scariest moment or most weirdest moment. And he said when he did a small investigation of me, there's only 12 of us that night.
Yeah.
And this place where I'm going to put you with the painting, what actually happened is we was all round this kind of a. You do airsoft.
Yes, I know. Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever stood on them?
Yeah.
They're really hard, aren't they?
Yeah.
They don't break, do they?
No.
Well, we had this, those like wooden boxes they have where they pillbox things where they shoot out of. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Tunnel 1.
Yeah, there's some in Tunnel 1. I think there were one in this place where I'm going to take it, but it's not there anymore. But anyway, we were all.
You're not telling me where you're going to take me, are you?
No, I wasn't.
Oh, right, then go on.
But I'll tell you the story first.
Yeah.
And then it was all. I had this stupid idea of trying to table tip one of these pillboxes, right? And it was never going to happen because it's just so heavy. So we had our hands on them.
Yeah.
And it was pitch black, and all of a sudden, psychically, I had like an image of a goat's head. And then I said, "Ian, I can see an image of a goat's head." And Ian said, "John, that's funny because I can see a goat's body, but with a man's top part. You know, like a minotaur.
Yeah.
Sort of thing." And then there was a lady next to me called Shelley, and she was holding, Chris at Drakelow Tunnels?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Asked Chris about it. He was there on that night. She was holding his hand on the other side.
Yeah.
And she started to freak out a bit because she felt a bony finger scratching her down the back of the neck and the back, the spine.
All right, okay.
And then what happened next is people around the circle, I didn't hear it to be honest.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I didn't put the torch on the floor before we started, to be truthful. They could hear little hoof marks, noises.
Oh my God!
Little hoof noises going around the circle.
No!
And then we turned the torch on, and guess what?
What?
We saw a little hoof print.
Oh my God, no!
And guess what?
What?
You know the little pellets?
Yeah.
All around the circle and nowhere else, but they were pushed.
Oh no! And you're putting me there?
I'm putting you there with the painting.
No!
For about. Is it 20 minutes cruel?
No. Will I have a torch?
No. Yes, you will, but you can't put it on. You can't put it on.
Oh my God! Oh God! Okay, yeah. And Steve said he's up for it.
Yeah, you up for it, mate?
Yeah, I'll have a go.
And what we want you guys to
put
do.
it this way: what else can I do apart from scream like a girl?
So what we'll do.
And it's for charity, so why not?
Yeah. But you guys have got to raise that money. Donations for you to do this.
20 minutes.
20 minutes.
Wow. Okay.
Are you up for that?
I'll try and raise some money for you.
Yeah, we'll sort out some sheets.
Yeah. So.
You should get a bit of sponsorship. It doesn't matter if it's 10 quid for it.
Yeah, well, see what we can do. Ghost Rider said he'll do it and donate 50 quid. I don't know. But yeah, Sam said call Mysteria on 0145 787 7008 to see if there's any spaces available to anyone who would like to come. Deb. I like her to ha ha ha, go on, Sue. But but Sam's got to do a job for us, though, hasn't she?
Yeah, and
Yeah, she can do.
No, I mean on paranormaleventsforyou.com, is it Sam?
Yeah, Sam. Have you not done it yet?
Oh no.
Oh well, Sammy, you let me down, mate.
Sam gonna get a slap Andy.
And Serious Paranormal said, I put up, please don't wait long, spaces fill quickly.
Yes. So yeah, they do it, Mysteria, I must admit. So you've been going. How long have you been going now?
4 years now.
4 years.
Yeah.
So it's not been that long then.
Not really long. No, it's just.
So, you know.
I thought you've been going longer than that.
Yeah.
No, not
so
really.
You've been going longer than us. But no. I'm looking forward to it, and I'll put it out there for people to sponsor me. Oh my God. You'll have to write that bit down, what you just said, though, about hoof prints and what have you, and so I can put it out there for people.
Yeah, paste it up and we can tell them where we're going.
Oh, God.
It was a weird night. It's like, ask Chris, next time you go, ask Chris about it. He'll tell you all about it.
Oh, the devil went down to Georgia, or rather Drakelow. Oh, my God. And I'm going to do that.
Naked.
Oh dear. Reiki Deb said she's just seen one in Pontefract that isn't far from her.
Pontefract, yes, indeed, yeah, there is. Reiki Deb's painting's going there as well, and this is one of the most active places you will ever go to. It's I was telling you about the other day.
What was that? Oh yeah, the house.
2 floors of evil.
The pub.
Yeah. Very,
Oh yeah, that's opened again, isn't it?
Yeah.
She said, "Oh, tell John not to forget Michelle Hare."
Michelle Hare, my love. Oh, sorry, yes, indeed. Sorry, Michelle. Apologies, I'll kiss your feet next time I see you. Michelle Hare, she is an amazing medium who is now working for Mysteria.
Right.
Lovely lady, I love her to death, and we're good friends. And she's joined the Mysteria family.
Well, there you have it. And Ramon. Yeah,
and Ramon Miles. Yeah,
Ramon.
Ramon is very popular in Mysteria. He's a host stroke medium, and the ladies love him.
Right. Well, now you've been told all about it. What's going to happen on the 17th? We need you to be part of this in a big way. We need you to tell John what he's got to do on the day or on the night and what have you, and watch what's happening whilst he's at the cage. And remember, it is all about this man here. We are assuming he's a man, and so let's hope I can get him in picture again. How we doing? Is that about right? Yep. We have this man here, and for those of you who didn't catch it, it's alleged. I say alleged because Sean says that he thinks that's what it is. Yeah. It's not been confirmed. That the story behind it is it was painted in paint mixed with the guy's blood, and then after he painted it, he committed suicide. What's this? I have done it, but need password verified again because it won't let me log in. Oh, Sam, I'll have to sort it out for you. So,
don't worry, Sam. I'm only joking.
But yeah. So that's what it's all about. This man. God, it's a horrible picture. But when I say that, I don't mean it but looking into it, it's weird.
Just to tell people though, put in mind that ease about one thing.
Yeah.
Is that we do treat it very, very respectfully.
Oh yes, yes.
And we're not going to overkill it neither.
No.
Because you can overwork things.
Oh yeah, yeah. So, because you obviously don't use it on every venue,
no, I won't.
Just certain venues. But you know, do you know what? I don't know whether it's me, but every time I look at it, it feels as though there's more of them white specks coming up. As if there's more that I've seen more on it since it's been sitting here, but I don't think so. But you know, as I say, he said it's over 30 years of age, at least, and we're not sure where it came from. A friend of his grandmother's gave it to her. Nice friend. And his grandmother gave it to him, and he's had things happen since he's had it.
You know, the other interesting thing is, when Sean travels down to where we're going to,
yeah,
he says sometimes He swears that somebody sat in the back of the car.
Wow.
He says he's not sure if it's a trick of the light or not.
Yeah.
But I've not seen it yet. It's travelled with me.
See, when you hear about the stories he says about being pushed down the stairs, can you imagine it being in the car?
When it first came in, I just feel the pull on the solar plexus, and I've been all right all the time sitting there, but I've suddenly just started to feel a bit sickly.
It does build up.
There you go. It's all right. I've just been requested to move the screen.
Goodbye.
It was Trevor. Moved screen down. Can't look at it anymore.
Why is that, Trevor? Just a matter of interest.
Why is that, Trevor? How do you feel about it? You might meet up with this chap on another Mysteria investigation. I'm seeing more white specks. I was just saying that. Oh my God, it's just it is just a remarkable picture, to be honest with you. The story behind it, if true, because at the moment we're not quite sure, are we? The way Sean was saying.
We need to find out.
Yeah, and but can you imagine that up in the gallery somewhere? I'm surprised he hasn't took it to a gallery.
Well, you know where we're going to take it, guys.
Where?
We're going to take it to Gardens of Justice next year, 2014.
Right.
And that's going to be fascinating. It's going to go down in the cave.
Yep.
Obviously.
Yeah.
And it's going to be really exciting.
I'm going to say 13 Ghosts. That's what I mean, John.
Yeah, he was looking at the cover for 13 Ghosts.
Oh yeah, it does, doesn't it?
It does a little bit, doesn't it?
But
apart from you got all different faces on that one.
He said he just feels ill with it. Yeah. And drained.
Yeah,
okay.
It does do that. Makes you drained.
Right, okay, we've been asked to say hello to a little girl called Scarlett who's watching.
Hello, Scarlett.
Hello. That's Sam's daughter.
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah, Sam's daughter, Scarlett. Hi, Scarlett. Hope you've been a good girl. So have you enjoyed the show this evening, ladies and gentlemen? Is it a good one to start back with? So we've got some great people coming on. In the near future. I don't know what I do with diary, but next week we hope to have Spirit Watch Paranormal on, talking to us, and Alison's coming back. Alison Winrider, she's going to come back on and do some more readings. Ben Hansen, or Handsome as some people like to call him, he's going to come back on, but it may well be a recording. Because he's quite busy on Sundays. We are hoping to get a booking with Dr. Kieran O'Keefe. Just waiting for a date from him. Neil Arnold will be talking to us in December about his ghostly goings on down there in Kent, as well as the Facebook page that he's just started about big cats in Kent, which has really taken off. So there's quite a lot of things going on there. Can't find it at the moment, but that's there as well, so you can find that. Oh, there we go. Big Cats in Kent. That's out there on Facebook for more than 30 years. Neil Arnold has investigated sightings of so-called big cats in the wilds of southeast England. He's a full-time researcher, author and lecturer, and he has opened a new group for people to post their sightings and evidence. And as I say, he's also doing things on haunted Kent and stuff like that, as well as ghost walks. I can't think of who else I've booked, but there's quite a few people, isn't there?
Yes.
I did have a diary here, and I don't know what.
It was really strange. The moment we decided we were going to take a break.
Yeah, everyone wanted to be on.
Everybody started contacting us. Can we come on?
Oh, we've also got Barbara Mickle-John Free. She's a shaman that's coming on the show.
So the answer to that question is yes, Debs.
Did you manage to get Barbara? Yeah, you go. I didn't even see her write that.
It's just come up.
We did a workshop with her last week. She is fab. Yes, she's coming on. I'll have to let you know more about who's coming, but as I say, I don't know what I've done with my diary. It was here. Oh, hold on. 2 seconds. Let's see if I've put it over here. When I move stuff. Here we go. Still trying to move, so fell through, unfortunately. So one weekend. We might actually be saying we're not doing the show that weekend. But let's just have a quick rummage through my diary.
Just depends on how quick we can get the internet set up.
Yeah, this is it. Alison's on the 6th of October. We've got Lionel Fanthorpe back on the 13th of October. He's a nice chap to talk to. The, what do we call him? The leather-clad biker priest, isn't he?
No,
Is this a psychic biker?
Yes.
I know him.
Yeah. He's a black belt karate as well as
yeah. This is it.
He's a martial arts Viking priest.
Yeah, and but an Anglican priest that believes in the paranormal, which is surprising. We've also got Ryan Gooding. Yeah, Ryan Gooding on. He's a medium from down South Way. Tony Topping's coming back. We've also got somebody called Alien Bill coming on the show because we like to cover everything. And Mark Rosney's coming back. 17th of November. Don't forget that date. It's the Cage Night. Okay, full show on the Cage. Not having Jackie Chan, sorry. Richard Freeman will be coming back talking about his expedition to find the Tasmanian wolf. And December I've still got to fill, but we've got Neil booked in. And for your information, Debs, we've got Barbara booked in for the 22nd of December.
We're not a Christmas Carol for December.
Pardon?
What about a Christmas Carol?
Christmas Carol night. Look at him.
The ghost of Christmas Carol.
The ghost of Christmas Carol.
I have a question for you, John.
Yeah, sure.
And well, it's pretty an obvious idea, but I'm wondering how we can put something scientific to it. Like, we all know people's emotions cause one way or another paranormal activity.
Yeah.
So when we do these public nights that we do, because we all do public ones, then we do team ones for ourselves. We've got no idea what sort of emotions that those people are having at the time. We don't know if someone's just had a baby or who's been beaten up by his missus and all these different emotions coming in. How can we measure these emotions to check, like, which is the one that's causing it? Any activity,
right?
Things like that. I mean, it's very difficult when you've got a public one because you just don't know who's coming and what they are, what's there. But I'm thinking we need a way of somehow channeling that because I think that will give us a lot more activity as well.
I know what you're saying. Yeah, I do agree.
I just don't know how to do it.
I think I do know what you're saying. The stronger the emotions, the more activity.
Yeah,
that's what you're saying basically. Isn't it? How to check? I'm very. Well, I don't think it's a.
Because you can't really ask them.
No. I think for me, I think it needs to be a
like team control.
Sensitive type of experiment.
So one night we get a load of angry people in.
Yeah.
Load of happy people in.
Say if you get those who's had. It's an interesting one actually. Say if you get those who's had what's ever happened in their lives, that's given them more of a traumatic time of it.
Yeah.
If you get all those together, I think it'll be different than
like the people you're doing the charity for. Yeah. I mean, the emotions that these great people have been through.
Yeah.
That's got to throw something up from a paranormal point of view.
I agree. Yeah, I think it has. Because a friend of mine who I've not seen for a long while now, he did a database of hauntings. It's kind of on the same line, I suppose, really. And most hauntings can be
categorized. Yep.
As trauma. Another is anniversary dates, as we know.
Yeah.
And but the key one is trauma.
Yeah, I mean, you naturally think of love and hate.
Yeah.
When you come to these things, either somebody's very, very happy, in love with the world and love for this surroundings, which is why they're still there, or something traumatic that said.
Yeah.
But I don't know how. It's going to be very difficult. But somewhere along the line, I think we have to find out what is doing what with these things.
Yeah, I think it's positive and negative.
Yeah, because I mean, it's going to be a nightmare trying to work it out. I think.
You see, I believe that. Just talking about. Are we going over time? Are you okay? I believe that when we pass over to spirit, the the soul, if you like, we have negative energies because that person is a negative person.
Yeah, I mean, I've always said when we go over, we don't change. We are who we are.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't suddenly become all holier than thou. We just got to be passed over. We're still the same person underneath.
Yeah, of course, and that's why I believe that. You go into some places and you got lots of energy. I always prefer, to be honest with you, and I bet all the guys on the chat room will say the same thing. They always like a haunting which is more negative.
Yeah.
Because it's more powerful.
Yeah.
And when you get someone who's like in life been meek and mild and been all roses, there's nothing to complain about, is there really?
No, and when they do come through, it's very slow.
Yeah, very slow and.
Yeah, you want somebody to throw a table around somewhere.
Yeah, of course you do.
We've got a question for you before we finish. Trevor Hot Vimto, which is a horrible drink. He wants to ask you when you was at Edinburgh at the end of the night, was he really following and fighting against your power? It was recorded, was told like Smooth Criminal video. It was a brilliant night and hooked. I'm confused.
Trevor, can I ask you the question? I think you're the gentleman who struggled at the end of the night. Is that right, Trevor? And me and a good friend Brian Boyle had to sort you out. And are you the same gentleman?
Yes.
Yes. Thanks, Trevor. I thought.
Yeah.
So
he said it's brilliant night and he's now hooked.
Yeah.
He wished it was recorded. I'm sorry. Wish it was recorded. Sorry, I think. But he said, was he really following and fighting against your power?
Yeah. What actually happened? Though, I was trying to teach Trevor how to protect himself that particular night because I felt he needed it. I think if I remember rightly, I think this is what happened. You get events kind of
precisely. Yeah.
They all sort of mold into one.
Yeah.
And basically, can I do it on you? Do I stand up a sec?
Yeah.
Why am I getting it in tonight?
Because you're nearer.
Right, okay.
Right,
Let me put this down.
And you
probably.
might need the extra bit when you get to
what I might need to is to hand over the microphone to Steve.
Okay.
Just close your eyes for me a second.
Okay, here we go.
Basically, say like if you wanted to protect yourself more, this is how I teach you to do it. So, say for instance, I'm just going to use my energy now.
For those of you who can't see, John's just bringing his hand slowly towards Sue. And she's starting to tilt backwards and forwards. She's being pulled towards him. A bit like a human pendulum here.
Just for a second. Keep your hand there a second. Okay. And I think at the moment, you think it's starting to tingle a little bit?
That was a yes from Sue.
Just going to get a bit stronger now. Okay. Can you feel that? Do you feel like a pressure under your armpits at the moment? Okay.
Yeah, all
keep your
yeses.
hand there a second. Just going to make the energy a bit stronger. Now you're just starting to tingle a little bit more in the fingers there. Okay. I'm going to ask something to happen to you. I'm not going to ask it out loud first of all because we don't want it to be a suggestion. Okay. And I'm just going to put my microphone just down a little bit.
I can get that one from John. So I've now got all the mics. She just knows how she feels. Yeah, she says she's feeling a bit light.
Careful. I'm expecting to have my arm pulled off any minute.
Whatever I'm going to say to you,
yeah.
I'm not talking to you. And I'll just take that microphone a second, okay? Thank you. No, I'm not talking to you now, okay? I'm not talking to anybody in this room. I'm not talking to you. I'm just going to ask the spirit to come forward a little bit. Just come forward and start to work with us now. And just as a form of communication, I'm going to ask them to communicate through you and just take your arms upwards for me, please. Just take your arms higher for me. Take the arms higher and away from the body for me, just so that you're working with me now. Just take the arms away from the body, take them away from the body for me, take them higher for me. Take the arms higher for me now. Come on, just work with me now and take the arms higher for me. Take them higher for me. Take them higher for me. Take them higher. Take them higher for me. Come on, work with me now. Take them higher, please. Take them higher. Take them higher now. Take them higher. Come on. Come on, a little bit more. A little bit more. A little bit more for me. Still work with me now. Still work with me now, please. Okay. What I want you to do next is bring the right arm to me. Bring the right arm to me. Bring the arm to me now. The right arm, bring it to me now. I want to communicate and want you to touch you now. Bring the right arm to me and touch my hand. Touch my hand. Take it higher. Just take the arm back a little bit. Take it back. Thank you. You can just actually step back now. And just ask Spirit to leave us now. Just go away now, please. Thank you. Just leave us now. Thank you. You okay? You alright? Let me just.
I think I stepped back because I heard you say it.
You did a bit, yeah.
You did. I'm going to have to move the chair.
You alright?
Yeah.
Feeling better now? Yeah.
John actually became the puppet master then.
I really felt as though I was being ready to be a puppet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it was weird. Ooh. Right, okay. I've got blimey. Sorry. Yes, sorry. I sent you my last Rolo. Sorry putting you on the spot. Well, yeah, I tell you what, I feel a little bit energetic.
You feel alright?
I feel a bit more awake a bit now. To be honest with you.
Anyway, just to answer your question, I think if I remember rightly, what I did on that night is, did you feel yourself being pushed back?
Yeah, I felt a bit.
Well, I pushed him back, and then I asked him to imagine that there's a blue shield in front of him.
Right.
And by doing that, he could control it.
Oh,
Is that right, Trevor? Is that the right time? I can't remember, to be honest with you.
Does that sound right to you, Trevor? Yes.
Oh, good. And it worked, did it, Trevor? I think it did, didn't it, a bit?
Did it work? Maybe.
Thinking about it.
It did.
Oh, brilliant. I'm pleased.
Good. Right, okay, well, that brings us to the end of the show then.
Yeah.
It's been great. We know exactly what's going on. Well, they do. You do. We've still got to sort out the technical side of it, haven't we? And get it all sorted out on live stream and what have you.
Your challenge for the 2nd of November.
Oh, my God, yeah. Oh, my God. Are you going to sponsor me then, Deb? So yeah, Matt said it's been a great show. Deb said she'll sponsor me. So I don't know why that says Dracula, but never mind. But yeah, we'll say goodnight. Thank you to Matt for being part of the show. Thank you for Sean, and I hope to see you all down at Drakelow.
Please.
And I'm glad you've enjoyed the show. And please remember that when it comes to the Keeping the Paranormal Friendly KTPF show, one thing I do want you to remember, this is your show. You can contact us at ktpf.paranormalshow via Skype. Okay, you can email us at admin@ktpf.co.uk, and you can call us on 0844 414 3982. Give us a ring when it comes to being on the air. You can talk to us about your experiences, where you've been. Tell us about some places you've been to. We want to hear from you. That's what it's all about. This is your show. We're trying to bring people to you that talk about different genres of the paranormal, and for you to give your opinions, which is where the questions comes in. So please, 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 please come forward and be part of the show, because this is what it's all about. Okay. So until next time, good night to John.
Good night.
Yeah, good night, John.
Good night to Steve.
Good night.
This is where it's at.
We'll see you next week, hopefully, with Spirit Watch Paranormal. And until then, my name's Suzanne, and good night and God bless. Thank you. Good night.
Good night, everyone.
And remember, keep the paranormal friendly. Good night, everyone.
You're in the right place. Online, on the web, and on air. All over the world.